What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Real Wayne Trades here, and we are back for day three of the Futures Funded Challenge. Yeah, today was not a good day. However, we will still be recording and releasing the day for full transparency purposes to document the journey for myself so that I can remember because I don't like journaling. This makes it easier. It is a visual journal, and I can see the ups and downs that come with trading. And all you new traders out there can see the ups and downs. So follow me. Follow the journey if you want so that you can it's relatable, right? These things happen. You don't follow your plan, you deviate, emotions, psychology, all of it come into play, no matter how good you are for however short period of time you've been good, right? I've been doing this for about 3 years now. Multiple funded accounts. I've lost them. You gotta get past it, right? It's like baseball. You can make millions of dollars hitting 338, 38, 33%, right? You don't have to hit home runs every day. You just got to know what your plan is. But nevertheless, let's just jump into it and review the. And I'll show you what I was thinking. So here we go. Jumping in. We're on the Red Folder News came in at 9:45. Went through my checklist. Um, I'll say I did stick to my checklist. That's about all. I went good today. Risk management was good because I got locked out. Now, my entry checklist was a different story. I don't feel in hindsight that I had a higher time frame liquidity sweep because I'm looking at it right here. I have everything up. So as you can see, I have the London high, Asian high, previous day high, London low marked up. You have some top step key levels, I believe, like the previous day low, whatever. ES had taken the London high while NQ did not. So if I were going to take a trade in this moment, ES would have been the winner, but it was too early. This was 5, right? So we're waiting. We're at 9:33. The market is now open. I am waiting for the red folder news. I need the red folder news to send me into my direction. I wanted to go take out buy side liquidity on NQ. That was my target. I knew if I could get there, if I didn't get there at 9:30, we were going to want to take it out after the fact. So right now, setting up my MACD. Hindsight is a killer, right? I went back and looked at trades that I should have taken versus what I did take. And honestly, the original trade that I took hit too far. I just I don't think I moved my stop loss or something. This is my first time watching it too, so we'll see it together. We'll see what happened. How I flopped it. It was definitely a slumpy, dumpy dump. So we're still waiting. Red folder doesn't come for till 9:45. So all I'm doing is marking it up. I'm just getting ready, not rushing anything, checking to see do I still like the bias that I came out with. It's consolidating. Clearly a consolidation Monday. Nothing crazy. Even the tilt was 50-50. Just should have told myself, sit on the sideline. This is not the type of price action we want to participate in. However, having to be in a trade. So now I'm starting to mark out SMT. I mean, it's forming, right? So when those candles close after the news, it would technically be SMT. So these are valid. This is a valid SMT, right? You got that little order block right there, SMT into it. Not bad. Is it high probability? I don't know. Yeah, see, look at that. 50% on the tilt. They were split amongst the crowd. So now all we're doing is we're just waiting. Jumping higher time frame, making sure I'm looking. Now I'm jumping down to this lower time frame. This might have been, like I said, I don't, not, I'm probably taking this trade. This might have been a B setup with the delivery, how slow and sluggish it was moving. Typically, you just want to see it blow right through. Like, it should have blew right through this order block right here for it to be a valid breaker. So I guess in hindsight, this wasn't a great breaker. So now I'm jumping over to Trading View so that I can get a better look at Dixie. I need to see what Dixie was doing. Did I have SMT with Dixie as well? Did I have, like, was I missing something? So I'm not. Well, I had the lower low. Dixie was forming a lower low as well. So you can see here, Dixie had gave us SMT. So now I'm thinking, man, should I flop? So the reason why this breaker shouldn't have been high probability is because it didn't do it immediately. Right? Right? Like it didn't show the speed right away. Nevertheless, what was I at? I don't think maybe I was able to get. I don't think my stop loss would. It might have been okay going there. I want to see if I put my stop loss at 2031.75. That's where I needed it to be to stay in that trade and like 2R. Right, news is coming. Getting it set up. Yeah, I don't know. I was liking what I was seeing. You know, the MACD it crossed. It wasn't my. It's not my strategy. I think I was taking it off the inversion there. Now I'm dropping down to lower time frames. This is just a little bit of FOMO coming in here. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss the move. I'm seeing this heavy price action start to pump. I'm like, all right, cool. We'll come down a little bit. SMT with ES. ES made the low. I'm like, oh, it's too easy. Too easy. The dollar's going higher for some reason. But I'm thinking, I'm trying to predict that that's SMTs, right? So we got a lower high on dollar, lower low, needed a higher high. The writing's on the wall as of right now, right? I was trying to get in the move too early because on the time frame that we're looking at, it should not. It needed to move a little bit stronger for me to take that. And now that I'm looking on the lined up, let me see. My original stop loss was 2056. I don't know. I dragged it. So I'll see what it ends up being. I don't know. Crazy part is I limped in too. I didn't go in. Pause. Didn't go in full bore. Still 50-50. Okay. Fair value gap. I'm liking what I'm seeing, right? It was good. You had the news push us down. A sweep. SMT with what was it? With ES. The SMT was there. That right there. That low needed it to be right there. Oh, you kidding me? 2041. We gotta look at something real quick. So 2041. It never came back to 2041 going to 2R. This was 2041. It never came back. I'm telling you, man, this is a game of inches, right? for lack of a better term, because that right there changes the scope of this. I'm now up 300 on my 2R, right? I'm gonna put what 177. I think it was 180. Was that 187 in there? Yeah, 187 with that risk, and that would have been 2R. And then I don't know, I just kept moving it. I don't know why I moved it up. I should have just stayed below the wick. Motherfucker. Oh, hey, you win some, you lose some. And just right there, we lost some. I don't think it ended up coming. I don't think it took Asia high. It did not. Didn't even come close. So that anticipation would have been bad. So at best, I would have been break even because I'll typically push to break even after like 1.5. Just depends. I should have known right here. As soon as this fucking momentum started falling, it was just dumping. Once we didn't respect this trigger. Okay, here we go. Lesson learned. All right. I mean, I knew this, right? When a breaker's not respected, it's typically not going to hold. But I had hopium, little hopium here. I was like, oh, yeah, we're good. I'm gonna add to the trade. It's going to go. Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, looking back on this trade right now, it was just taking heat and it could have got there. I don't know if it wouldn't have been too hard though. I think I would have broke even because once we took the London high, I probably would have closed that out. Maybe, who knows? So we could just see that we are consolidated. It just didn't move fast at all. I believe, or we were in the macro. I think that was another thing. So we were in the macro. So I did have several confluences making me want to take this trade. But like I said, I moved the stop and it came back. It took me out. Prematurely moved the stop. Lesson learned. Don't move your stop. Don't move your stop until it's time. That's the emotion and psychology part of it, right? Human nature, we don't want to see loss. So to avoid loss, we try to get rid of it quickly, right? So I wanted to avoid losing quickly. So I started moving my stop right away as soon as it was going in my direction. Like, oh yeah. Let's move it, move it, move it. And then saw what happened. Or we're about to see what happens because I decided to move it. That 10 a.m. candle's a motherfucker. I don't like it. I don't like it. So now we're just consolidating. I'll speed this up a little bit. Right here. Probably should have just moved it right there. It was it. We came back once we disrespected that fair value gap. It was over. Like, and then wait, so I get taken out right there, and then I'm low key like, are you kidding me? Because I'm watching it on the 3 minute. Like, there's no way this is gonna get about to push up now on the 3 minute. I'm like, this is crazy. So now I'm kind of chasing. I'm chasing something that's not there. I knew I didn't have much wiggle room. The original My original lockout was 225. I bumped it up to 250 to give me some breathing room, which should have did. Don't recommend doing that. However, range this is better than before because in the past I would have had this shit no lockout, and I would have kept jumping in, kept trying to fight the market to go to where I wanted to go or give me what I wanted to see. And next thing you know, I'm down a fucking $1,000 on the day. So I'll take a 250 paper cut. It's a fucking paper cut. So I will take that. 250 is light. It sucks, but you don't want to start off your funded challenge with three L's in a row. So at this point, I set up a buy. I was going to try to buy the breakout if it was going to keep going, but it didn't. And this is right now we're in the 950 to 1010 macro. So I'm thinking, all right, but even in that macro, price did not show a willingness to go higher. Yeah, so I click on here. Did it take me out and go? And then now this is where I'm changing the limit so that I can wiggle room. And the feed cut out, but it just cut out. So yeah. But anyway, so that was the day three. Like I said, we always go over the good, the bad, and the ugly. So the good, risk management was good. Right? We got locked out. Thank God it was only for 250 per account. The bad, stop loss placement. Probably should have put the stop loss below the swing low of the SMT. Follow my trading plan. Avoid FOMO and avoid the 15 and 30-second charts to confirm my entry. Like, it should be the last. I shouldn't go there until you truly hit bottom. Right? That's what we're going to work on. Right. So that's what I did before. That was the plan. I just don't know why I'm trading outside my plan right now. It's like maybe because I'm recording it now. I don't know. And I'm like trying to prove something, disregarding all of that. Ugly, unnecessary revenge trade and a chase trade, right? Being in a trade and then immediately thinking that I need to stay in that trade for that direction and forcing the position instead of taking a strategic position that matches my trade plan. I can take another trade, right? I allow myself up to two trades. Sometimes it ends up being, three, four, but it needs to be a strategic trade. Okay. So that's what we're going to work on. Those were the lessons learned. We go here, we stats. I mean, it was just a shit day. So 256. Nothing to it. And here we are. We got our notes. I'm journaling now. I was never a journaler, but here we are. Had a bullish bias towards London high liquidity. Price didn't sweep session liquidity. Tried to anticipate a macro move. I was kind of antsy as my emotions. Bad stop loss placement, and we need to wait for price to hit higher time for POI or sessions high. And if we look at the chart, go back here and we look, I actually identified if I would have waited the correct move based on my entry criteria. So we would have, even on both actually, when we first tagged our fair value gap here, we had strong movement down. We had bearish fair value gap here. And then it went to R from here. This went to R from there. And I believe it is on the 1 minute as well, even if if we avoid the 30-second. Up right here. So you tag it here. entry is right. Close below would have been here. Stop loss right there. So we're gonna come. Let me zoom out here so we can see it. Okay. Short. So the entry would put us here. You can go here or here. Go here. Oh, that wouldn't have did it. That would have been a valid trade. It would have been this one. This was the one that was valid. Stop right there, there. There we go. It's between the 1050 and the 1110 macro. That was it. All right. So now we know. Yeah. And I think going to, yep, that's it. That's all I have. So we'll be back maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I think there's 10 a.m. Red Folder News tomorrow. So we will be back to fight another day. Until then, we'll see you next time.